to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 39, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
1st down, Arizona.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Throwing now is Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Shotgun now for Murray. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rifles one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
At the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He finds Quick. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rodgers going to throw. Got his man over the middle. This is Quick.
That's good.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10. At the
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Mostert. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
extra point.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Stand 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline,
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tack McKinley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he finds a man with a crossing route. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Daniels. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Falcons 20, Cardinals nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 26. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
8-yard line.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 26 yards on the play there, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
At the 33-yard line.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Rodgers now on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On a jet sweep, here comes Chark.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 36, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute off it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On the carry, here's Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Smith.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Falcons on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
43. Check, 43. Here we go. Check. Who you got?
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
First down, Cardinals.
From the gun, Murray. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And able to find Kirk complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And a Cardinal first down.
Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about depending on which foot.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Daniels on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, Charles, it's one thing.